right. So, hey Taurus, it's Untitled Chapter, and I'm here to do your reading for from now until March 31st. Let's see what's going on with you. I'm going to do the first spread, and that tells you basically what's going on between you and a particular individual. And they're going to do the single spread as well. So let's get to it. All right. So some of you may have you thought something was going to start with someone, or you thought there was a potential for something to start between you two, but it didn't. But for some of you are still kind of codependent to this connection. But like it's not starting, or some of you thought something was about to happen, but it didn't, or that could be taking place, could be predicted as well. Those are the two cards that fell out, so I decided to tell you what I was saying out of those. Everybody says hello. It's Taurus Tarot in the house, and I'm here to do your reading today. Some of you are tired of being single or tired of this. All right, here we go. Taurus from now until the end of March, please. All right, one more shuffle, Taurus, and we are done. All right, here we go. The Hermit card is what you're doing. So some of you are just kind of withdrawing from a particular individual. All right, you're withdrawing. Some of you are single, so it came out again, but last time it was reversed. Right now you're in this independent mode, the single mode. All right, and you're just kind of withdrawing from a situation and just kind of feeling good on, trying to feel good on your own, basically. Okay. The person coming towards you, though, they're really all about conflict, or they're just a very conflicted individual. Why am I getting that this is a singles read, unfortunately? Or somebody, I feel like this reading is only going to apply to you if you're like single, or you could be in a relationship, but it feels like you're single still. All right, so that's the only way it's going to apply to you. All right, but right now I'm just getting that you're in this period of like isolation, being to yourself, kind of in this independent mode. All right. And it's all happening. Yeah, you kind of feel like a failure in love, Taurus. You feel like you just ain't getting any attention or getting success in love. You feel very like lackluster about your love life is the best way I can put it. The overall energy is the Hermit card. So some of you are very withdrawn. So, I mean, what do you want me to do, Taurus? Should we go out and, find dates for you? Because you're kind of withdrawing. You're in this independent mode. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you about love other than get the hell out, get off your ass and get out and go get it. Because I feel like some of you are just really withdrawing. But some of you just feel like a success and a failure in love. I'm getting this as a singles read. That's all I'm getting. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. So in the past, there was a potential for a new start. Or there was something that could have started, but it didn't, is what I got. See, it came out again. The cards are repeating a similar story, same storyline. Some of you just fell in love. Like some of you had attraction for someone in the past, or there was a potential for you two to have a start. But I'm getting that it failed or is failing, all right, between you two. Best case scenario, you're walking away. 8 of Cups is the best case scenario. So right now you're just in this independent mode. You want to be independent, be just kind of to yourself, kind of withdrawing, and you're walking away from a particular connection. Like I have a feeling that some of you thought something was going to start in the past, or something had potential in the past, but apparently it didn't. All right, and that's what I'm getting heavily in the storyline. Whoever you're dealing with is all about conflict, or they're just very conflicted. How you see yourself, some Knight of Wands. There is a bit of passion. Whoever you're dealing with, I feel like they're very stubborn right now, and they're basically not sticking around in this situation. All right, they're very conflicted individual. For some of you, there's going to be a communication between you two, and it's saying when the communication happens, it is truthful communication, whether it's you communicating, them communicating. I feel like there's going to be communication. All right, why is the 9 of Pentacles here for? Look at you. Some of you are severing ties with someone, or there's some type of heartbreak or separation happening, and you're just going to be single, be independent, or you're just having severance of some sort. I have a feeling that some of you thought that there was somebody in the past, there was a potential for something new, or it could have been someone you already knew. Like you thought there was potential there, but it failed. All right, it failed. That's why it's all happening. 6 of Wands reversed. And some of you are severing ties with this person and just being independent, being single, all right? And the best case scenario is the 8 of Cups. So it's telling a very straightforward story. There is no room for budging here. This is not a very conflicted tarot story, all right? Why is the Ace of Wands upright in the past? Tell me it's a fire sign or an earth sign. Yeah, like there's a potential for a new start in the past, but either this person moved on from you or you moved on from them. And I feel like it failed, all right? Like there was a potential there, but it failed. 6 of Wands reverse. Why is this? 2 cards fell out for that. Some of you are giving up on this person. Like you feel like there's no growth, no expansion happening with them. And you're basically just going to be independent and sever ties, or just Some of you are dealing with heartbreak. Some of you involved 3 people. It involved 3 people, or did, or what does. Why is a 5 of Wands? This person's very stubborn. I don't see them sticking around. All right. Yeah, they're not making. Somebody it's another earth sign or a fire sign. Some of you it's water sign too. I feel like honestly, this person isn't making any moves either. I feel like they're, if anything, they're getting out of this. I feel like they bring a lot of conflict to your life, and your best case scenario is I see you walking away. Why is the 8 of Cups the best case scenario? Yeah, I see you walking away. I do feel like you're a bit, you kind of hold on to it a little bit, but you are actively trying to walk away. All right. And you're going to hold back from this person. But there's a lot of stubbornness there between you two. I also see some of you finding something new and passionate as well. You do have a bit of love, Taurus, but I feel like sometimes some of you don't even know what you want in a person. Like sometimes it may be you that just, doesn't know what you want, what you want. But all right, I feel like some of you are maturing in love yourself. I feel like some of you are also maturing in love yourself. All right. Some of you may have had some ways that was not that great, but you're maturing your damn self. Sometimes before you call somebody else out, let's call yourself out. All right. Before you try to read somebody else, let's read ourselves, right? Taurus. So just saying, you ain't gonna agree. I know. Who gives a shit, right? Why is the Hermit card the best, or the overall energy? Yeah, some of you are withdrawing from this person or this situation. You feel like you wasted your time. It's telling me one thing. I feel like a lot of you showed inconsistent ways to people as well, and they may have seen that in you too. So really, you may have seen inconsistent ways in them, and it's all a lot of inconsistencies in you. Could have been you that was very in and out, or them very in and out. This is a very in and out, fickle connection. For some of you, with sex based or sex connection only. All right, for some of you, that's not for all. But I do see you walking away from this. There's 8 of Cups. Who's this person coming towards? How does this person see Taurus? The person that comes up in their spread versus how Taurus sees them. One thing I can't stand is somebody who can't call their own shit out. Like, I call my shit all the time. All right. I'm obnoxious. Don't nobody want me. I'm just too much. I call my own shit out. So this Taurus, I was saying that some of you are maturing yourselves. All right. And if that don't apply to you, don't take it. But I'm getting that some of you have learned your lessons, and you are basically learning from lessons, but you're also maturing yourself and working on yourself. All right. To improve yourself for the right one. That way, when the right one does come in, you can have genuine qualities or great qualities as well. All right. It takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to make things go right. Ain't that right? Who's this person coming? Okay. How does this person see Taurus versus how Taurus sees them? First card is how they see Taurus. Second card is how Taurus sees them. Thank you, Lotsarin88. Thank you so much. All right. So Taurus, they see you as, well, they think that you're giving up on them. They feel like you're not putting up any fight anymore. But you see this person as basically someone you want to kind of, they feel like you're taking your time, Taurus. Like they feel like you're not fighting for this. For some of you, this person feels like you're taking your time coming around to them. So they may have the perception that you're coming back, or you're just going to come around to them slowly but surely. But I'm also getting that some of you, this person feels like you're not putting up a lot of effort anymore. And that you're just taking your time. You're kind of being slow right now. For some of you, you feel like you know the truth about this person and you don't want to give them a second chance, or there was truth to be known or is known. Some of you don't want to repeat the same situation with this person again, Taurus. You may feel like you know the truth or have the truth about this person. You're just not wanting to repeat this again and again and again with this person. But for some of you, that this person feels like you are not putting up the effort anymore and that you're taking your time. So they have the perception that you're just going very slow. You're taking your time. And for some of you, this person thinks you're eventually going to come around to them slowly but surely. All right. So it's telling me. Okay. That's just the bonus spread. Let's do the singles, Taurus. Let's see. All right. All right. Single Tauruses, please. Well, happy birthday to you, Nelly Rivera. Singles for the rest of 2019. What energies can you expect? What you're doing is, so some of you are still disappointed in your love life. So we'll see that what's going to hinder you, Taurus, is you looking back at past situations a lot, looking back at the past. You may be reflecting a lot about the past. Could have been over a fire sign or a water sign. Like I feel like you single Tauruses will go through moments where you'll have opportunities come in, but you'll base those past situations off what you think you can expect with a new person or whatnot, and that may hinder you. So there's a need for you to let go of the trauma or the things from the past in order for you to let the new in. All right, I do see some of you finding love within a workplace setting throughout 2019, or finding love within a work situation, like somewhere where you work or somewhere where you some of you, it's a business partner or someone you may work with, or in the 2019. And some of you, it's, what am I getting? Okay, Taurus, be careful. For you ones that work in the workplace, kind of seeing you hold back a lot. There's a need for you to kind of express yourself more. You may come off aloof to folks, Taurus, all right? But I'm seeing some of you find love within a work situation, whether it's a workplace or someone you work with or someone you may have business ties to, whatever you do, all right? But I'm kind of seeing that not work out because it'll have to be a secret thing, or have to be like, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Very specific for y'all. Be careful with workplace stuff. You know how you don't shit where you eat, all right? Be careful with that. Be careful with that. But some of you are going to be pining about a past person, or it's going to be like this past situation is going to be in your thoughts or whatnot throughout 2019, Taurus. So be aware of that. I'm also predicting work. Some of you are going to be working a lot, but basically I'm also predicting that there's a possibility for some type of workplace romance. So some of you are work or love within a work, or like with a business partner, somebody that you do some type of business with, or in an actual workplace. All right. Okay. In 2019, those are the individual signs, and I'm done. Okay. All right. All the way from Aries to Pisces, what can Taurus expect, please? All right. Okay. We're dealing with an Aries. Unfortunately, I feel like that's phasing out. I feel like that's unrequited love, whether on your behalf or theirs. We're dealing with another Taurus. They're holding back and trying to move on from you. We're dealing with a Gemini. They're in their head about you, not communicating with you, or not communicating. Could be very deceitful with their communication, or you're deceitful toward this Gemini with communication. I'm seeing issues with you two communicating. Also seeing them be really in their head, which is not very atypical of Gemini, so or untypical, I should say. All right, if you're doing a Cancer, I feel like that's I feel like they're making a final decision to sever ties with you, or vice versa. I feel like the final decision will be to split ways apart, or just to remain separate or whatnot, or just be separate. All right. We're doing a Leo. They're kind of taking a break for the time being. I feel like you two had a fallout, or there's a fallout happening, and you two will take a break. I'm also seeing communication issues. Doing a Virgo, they're very drained from you emotionally, whether they express that to you or not. They're very drained from you emotionally, or very drained from the situation. All right, is what it's telling me, whether they're expressing it or not. We're doing with a Libra. I do feel like they keep faith in this, but they at the same time, they're very burdened by the connection, or feeling like it's a lot to deal with. All right, but they still keep faith and kind of in this period of just trying to hope for the best between you and them. All right. Some of you, I'm seeing you meet a Libra that's great for you. All right. You're dealing with a Scorpio. I do see them coming back around, but they're still very self-centered, or all about their money, their career, their business, all about them. They will come back around, but I don't think much has changed, or you haven't changed much toward this Scorpio. All right. You're dealing with a Sagittarius. I see either you are not able to trust this Sagittarius, or they're unable to trust you. I feel like that if you two would, if someone would take a risk, I see a potential for a relationship or a happily ever after between you two. But either you're afraid to trust them, or they're afraid to trust you, or just no one's taking a risk. There needs to be a risk taken. I'm seeing I'm seeing a relationship that's possible with a Sagittarius if someone would take the risk. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, they're very focused on them, their career, their money, their stability, and they have their back turned, or not much is happening with that Capricorn. I feel like they're very focused on them for the time being, at least for the rest of March. All right. What about Aquarius? Ooh, this Aquarius has a tendency to be very unemotional at times, but then wants to offer you emotion. So it's kind of an on and off thing with this Aquarius. So I feel like a lot of times they may be unavailable or act unavailable, but then they basically will come around to offer you emotion or act emotional, and then they go right back to it's like a repeated phase basically. We're dealing with a Pisces. They are very wishy-washy and conflicted, very thrown off due to the situation, but I feel like they still have a fight left in them about the situation. All right, they don't want to miss an opportunity with you. For some of you, there will be a missed opportunity there, but for some of you, they don't want to miss an opportunity with you. For some of you, they're going to. I feel like it's very conflicted. It could go either way, but for some of you, getting that basically this Pisces still wants to fight for this. They're very impatient. They may not want to miss an opportunity with you, or they feel like they're missing an opportunity with you, whichever way it goes. All right, Taurus. So that's your reading from now until the end of March. That's your reading from now until the end of March. Thank you all so much for coming to my reading. All right. For some reason, something told me to do Taurus first, so I did. Even though Taurus is like one of my least viewed and least commented videos, I was like, okay, let me do. I usually say Taurus for a little bit later, but something told me to do it after this. I did Aries and Taurus this month, or for the mid-month so far. I have the rest of the signs to do it, so I have 10 more signs to do. All right. And y'all have a good one. All right.